potentially have against Chicago and the NBA. But we'll see. Let's get it, y'all. Good morning to all y'all. Let's get into this reaction. The world can make statements. The world can proclaim unrighteousness. That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that man, this man is crazy. This man, to the Christian, you're making the wrong statements. How is it that you can tell the man that he can't speak the truth? This is the life we live in, right? So wait, we can have the one player for the Spurs, the white gentleman. He just called out the NBA for something similar. It didn't have anything to do with LGBT or any other group in that way. But he called out the immoral stance of the NBA when this is supposed to be a family type of business where you bring kids and little girls and little boys out. To children, though. And that's the thing. We've gone so low with our moral compass. Is that we couldn't lame if we just don't agree with doing everything in front of children. I'm of the world, but I'm in the world, but I'm not of the world. So I'm not going to be okay with doing the things that us adults do, albeit that it's wrong, albeit that it's cool and it's fun. I may participate with adults because we could be judged with our full sound mind and knowing what we're doing. But children can be persuaded to get into something that they don't necessarily understand. So you should not be doing certain things in front of children. And we all know this. That's why there's an age limit for drinking, there's an age limit for driving, there's an age limit for them and everything else. Except this type of conversation. No one wants to have this type of conversation. So this all-inclusive spirit gets this young man help. And I'm waiting to see what he did. I'm waiting to see if he offended somebody. I'm waiting to see if he put people down. I have to see this. So let's keep going. Or I haven't heard it. We can preach on righteousness, but we can't preach the truth. We can't speak the truth. And we the Christian, it seems as insane. He's psycho.
Putting that pass right in his stride.
He's not right. He's not right. But doesn't God say, preach the gospel to the whole creation?
Back to ball.
Doesn't God say, go into the more?
Passing by Charlotte here. The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys. And James has got the ball here for the Lakers. 4-point game. Lays it up and banks it in. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to read
by the Chicago Bulls. He also had head coach Billy Donovan. He was expected to get out there and do their bidding. And see on why he was released this way.
And it's Reeves with the three. Reeves has got 5 points. Gifted moving the ball. Luka is one of the best passers in the league. Knocked away. It's stolen by Smart. Here's Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's Knippel. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He'll pin that one on Marcus Smart.
There's anybody that can come out of college and command leadership right away, it's Con Knippel.
Boy.
And so he hits both.
It's not luck that he's so steady on the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And me, I didn't go to college, but to me, it seems like you can
Now here's
say most things to me without me giving a damn.
Here's Ayton.
And if I say anything, it'll just be my words back.
Oh, he got him
And
with a
that's
pump
about
fake, but he
it.
couldn't finish.
But it seems to me the most educated, the most all-inclusive, the most sensitive, intolerant people
Trying to
are.
show off for the fans and give them their
To
money's worth.
invalidate
Just
a
couldn't
man's
finish.
statement by just calling him crazy
Pass
is
to Ayton.
insulting. This man is saying something. Now, you may not agree
James
with it,
deciding where to go
but
with
it's
it.
not, it
6 on
doesn't
the shot
sound
clock.
crazy. To just call him off as crazy is
Banked it
disrespect.
in off the glass.
This is
Once
supposed to be a
James gets the
Christian
ball in
society.
close,
This young
it's
man is
game
positively
over.
talking
Put up
about
those 2
from his
points.
Christian base. And then other
inside.
Christians and other people are going to call this man crazy because you don't agree with what he's
These
saying.
teams have really gone back and forth.
We
Yeah,
live in a
5
brand new
lead
time.
changes
We live
already.
in a
This
brand
one's
new
going to
time.
be a
I've been
battle
talking
for
about
sure.
this this whole time. You know,
And so now a
this is
timeout called
the
by
reason
J.J.
why
Redick.
it's
Coach
hard for
taking
me
this
to take
moment
a
to
job.
speak to his
I
guys.
don't
Maybe
want
alter
to
some of the game plan.
This man didn't say anything yet to this point to disrespect anybody. Already he's being called crazy because you don't agree with his statement. Already you want a man to be out of work because you don't like or agree with his statement. That's too much control for you. How can you go home and tell your children that daddy loves you, daddy got you, daddy gonna make sure you always good, but if daddy say one thing that the world, this disgusting world, this sexual deviant world, if we don't say the same thing that aligns with the world, then I won't be able to teach you. No, man. That's why. And then putting it in your face. And Christians, I want to know, what do you guys have in place? Because I'm a Christian, but I'm not as strong in my faith as I should be. But what do you have in place for a guy like this who stands up and say something like this? Is he going to be another guy that just get made an example out of it and show other people why not to speak up and say that? Because that's what this is. This is going to be a public lashing. They're going to make this guy seem crazy. They're going to make him seem hateful.
That'll be a
They're going to
5-second
make
call.
him everything that they are. These are the hateful.
Here's
These are the people that are not inclusive. These are the people that cannot have a conversation outside of
11
total
left in the first
agreement.
quarter.
And once they heard what he said, they're going to put all of those negative stereotypes onto him. When they're the ones going to be defended because he's already in the reporter saying he's got it.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter of the game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. White's got his second basket of the game.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you every.
There's 45 seconds left to the opening quarter. The layup off target. Doncic outside. Inside. Hayes. And finished off by Hayes.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
And you love to see the aggressiveness, using the height advantage to hammer it home. He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Back to Doncic. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
I would
I know it's early,
definitely
but you have
recommend
to
Total
wonder if these
Pass. My
offenses
tax
can keep this
expert,
up.
he was amazing. He answers all of my questions. It all just felt super easy and transparent. You gotta
No
try it. You
shortage of
have
scoring
to.
here at the end of the first quarter. Hornets out in front. Up by 5.
That question
Don't go
sounds
away. We'll be
crazy.
back momentarily.
That is crazy. That is too simple, and that's too hard for us to answer. That's too hard for them to answer. So they have to make you look crazy. So yeah, man, you even answer that question sound crazy.
All right, guys,
Y'all see how
here,
crazy you sound? Y'all just gotta sound crazy, asking logical questions like, hey, what did I do that was conduct detrimental to the team? I'm not saying anything disrespectful to the team. I'm not saying anything disrespectful at all. Giving my opinion on what my beliefs are. Oh, this guy sounds so crazy. Right?
Why did they say that? Well, how is it conduct detrimental to the team? What did I do to the team? What did I do to the players? I did nothing but practice with them, play with them, pass the ball to them, good teammates to them. Said, good job, good shot.
6 to shoot.
I said, John, good pass. Way to play, bro.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
They don't got nothing to do with that. They don't care nothing about that. You just broke the hole. You messing with their agenda, sir. Your name is going to be like plutonium in the league. There's no team getting next to you because what will happen is the LGBTQ, not all will believe that you said something offensive because not all believe that it should be promoted to children. But there'll be a large majority of them that will not think, that will think that you just said something hateful, that you just said you don't like them, even though you just asking the NBA not to promote something that kids can see at such a early age. There's the same thing done about Budweiser and the liquor brands. They question that in the NBA. But you got to be careful about things you can't question. And this young man questions an agenda that no team wants to stand up against. So they're going to say you're detrimental to the team because of the attention that you're going to call to that team. And I don't think he's going to be on any other team now. Because any team that takes the risk, Portland Trailblazers, they're going to have a whole coalition of
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The kick out to White. Pass to Bridges. Back to White. Pulls it from the top of the key. No, sir. He's now 3 for 5 in this one. Hayes inside. The rebound by Bridges. Charlotte leading by 10. Here's Ball. Ball in the paint.
Wow. Did I just see that? I mean, LaMelo with the artful dribble.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Hachimura. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Pass to Miller. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's White. It's Hayes with the rebound. Lakers trail by 10. To the paint. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Here's Bridges. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Charlotte's shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Both teams will make substitutions. Bridges hits them both. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. James. Nice work inside from James. Charlotte leading by 12. Bridges outside. Drives to the hoop. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And we've got 1:18 left in the second quarter. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. The shot by James, no good. On offense, here are the Hornets. They're on a 15-6 run. Good chance here for ball. No good, off the front rim.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Pass to Knipple. Bridges with it. Picked up by James. And here's Miller. Now here's Bridges. He's got 12. Miller, he's open. No good with a jumper from the wing. Right side Reeves. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game. Here's Ball. Inside. Here's Bridges. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. And so it's Charlotte now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. We'll be back in a moment. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. It's Bridges on the wing. Miller outside. Here's the 3. Connects from downtown.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Defenders have to play Doncic tightly. He knows that and uses the pump fake to his advantage.
And he makes both free throws. And Ball will bring it up here for the Hornets. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, yes. 2 loud points from Miller, making his presence felt.
Here's Doncic. It's tipped. It's Bridges on the wing. 12 points for him. And another basket for Charlotte.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Here's James. And that's going to be a travel.
When you're trying to cut into a lead, you can't afford that kind of mistake.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
All no good. Lakers trail by 17. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Well, this is what they want from Ayton. Play big.
The 3 from Ball. He drops it from range. Ball's got 5 points.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Now Doncic. He's got 6. Count it. Give him 8 points now.
So creative on the attack. I like whenever Doncic knifes inside and looks to score.
Back to ball. Can't hit from in close. Lakers trail by 16. Here's James. The rebound by Bridges. How about the unselfishness of this team?
Yeah, the willingness to make the next pass has this defense scrambling. They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Knipple, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. Reeves with the ball. Kicks it to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Pass to Miller. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Diabate. Again, Charlotte. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Ayton. And that one's good. Ayton's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, Ayton is quite literally a house in there.
And Charles Lee wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Pass to White. And here's Ball. 5 points in the game. Here's Bridges. Diabate. The kick out to Ball. Over Smart. Bridges outside. Tries the spin move. Here's White. Pass to Diabate. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. On the break. Smart right side. From behind the arc. It's hauled in by White. Charlotte leading by 19. Ball with it. Arabia covering. And yep, it's good. Diabate's got 10 points in the game.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight. Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Pass to Diabate. Down low. Here's Bridges. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets up 19 points as the quarter comes to a close.
He didn't necessarily right when he broke to the church.
We'll see if there's a comeback that works.
J9, you got
More of the same for the first 3 quarters. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Trailing by 19.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
That one's off. And Charlotte making a change here.
Yo, where this nigga Dale at?
And the second free throw is good.
Oh, he with you?
Hornets leading by 18.
Nigga, why you ain't answer your phone?
Pass the ball. Stolen by Kennard.
Nigga, I just called you I called you twice. I called you when I got off.
Arabia outside.
Just a couple minutes ago.
Now here's Hachimura. Back to Laravia. Here's Reeves. Laravia outside. Over Miller. And it's Laravia missing. To the middle. Here's White. And he floats it in for the easy two. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
You gotta commend the concentration White showed there. He doesn't get thrown off kilter easily.
Reeves. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Yeah, it was just a little late. I mean, he thought he got there, but the ref saw it otherwise.
Up top ball. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, inside ball has to rely on his agility. That's how he finds his way to close-range looks.
And Paul throws it down.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Doncic outside. Pass to Hachimura. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Ball. And Ball throws it down.
And look at Ball take off. Love seeing him use his athleticism to slam it home.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Now here's Doncic. Smart outside. Here's Reeves. Rebounded by McNeely. They've got a commanding lead.
It just seems like everything is going their way.
And yep, that's going to be a flagrant one. Unnecessary contact.
He might be lucky just to get a flagrant one there. Lots of contact on that play, and the officials could have gone with a more severe call.
Well, he better be on his best behavior from this point forward. One more flagrant of any kind, and he's out of this game. And the first one at the line is good. White hits them both. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Green. It's White with a drive. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That one on Doncic.
Well, great job by White to get the defense on their heels and forcing them to react.
The first one falls. White hits them both. Here's Doncic. James outside. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Out to James. Takes the three. Charlotte, no good that time either. And Doncic has got the ball here for the Lakers. 1:44 left to play in the fourth. Here's Ayton. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Pass to McNeely. Nice passing by Charlotte here. And here's White. Three-pointer. And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Hornets.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game.
BA, it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And what a huge performance it was for Kobe White.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively.
Okay, let's say you have money left over from an old
And here's
job.
Doncic outside. Rebounded by McNeely. And here's Charlotte.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Drills it from deep.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
It's just a bad foul. Gotta be smarter than this.
Here's White. And again, it's Charlotte converting.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Shot clock at 6. James. Got a hand on it. Outside White. Good on the bucket.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Now I'm done smoking. I ain't smoked in 2 weeks. Yeah. But since before Africa. Yeah, a long time. Yeah. This is fire.